think my screen's just that dark. I found the craziest show on Hulu. I think it was released in 2018. It is nuts, and I figured I'd react because I watch a lot of weird TV, I guess. It's like My Strange Addiction type things. And I thought it would be fun to just get in a different frame of mind and watch some trashy TV together and laugh and talk some crap. This is not meant to insult anybody. This is just funny commentary, or just whatever pops into my brain comes out of my mouth. So I'm gonna go eat my greens and I'll be right back. Yeah. Hi. So full disclosure, I did record one of these yesterday, but the footage did not work. It was a total disaster. I spent 6 hours trying to figure it out. Wasn't getting anywhere. Today, I think I have it figured out. Audio is the only thing I'm not 100% sure on because I can't know for sure until I export the footage onto my laptop. I have done a bunch of trials with visual and everything, so I'm hoping everything in... Okay, so I never had that happen. My camera overheated. I don't know where I was, but I think I was basically just saying that this feels more productive if I watch this with you guys. So, and I watch trash TV a lot, so let's do this. Hopefully everything works out. I have not seen this specific episode before. I watched one because I just wanted to know if it was worth it, and guys, it is worth it. So, let me get everything set up, and then we will get started. Okay, so like I said, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's give it a shot, shall we?
Daly and I have always been polyamorous. Vampires.
Eye-opening.
To see Monica getting bigger just makes me feel
That was
proud.
the first episode, guys.
Outrageous.
I'm wired towards older women.
Oh, it was
Proving there's
honestly
always
nauseating to watch
someone
that
for
part.
everyone.
This is the woman of my dreams.
This dude had like lived
Or
with sex dolls and
something.
stuff.
Love you, Vanilla. So sexy.
Guys, this episode is
This
wild. Not this episode, just
is
the show
extreme
is
love.
wild. And I apologize if I talk over
On
it.
tonight's show, how does this woman have men lining up to pay for her luxury trips and expensive treats?
I've never spent a dime.
Meet the
She's a
lawyer
sugar
who's
baby.
hoping to break her golden rule.
I have never slept with any of my dates.
And later, the couple who coach people in the art of cheating with their partner's approval.
I don't put a limit on the number of partnerships that I can have.
So I already have
Is it cheating if they approve, though?
I mean, why not?
But
Does that
first,
qualify as
meet
cheating? I don't think that
Wiley and
qualifies as
Stefan,
cheating.
An ordinary couple in an extraordinary situation.
It was love at first sight as far as I loved how he dressed, I loved how he acted, I loved his demeanor, I loved his personality.
The bio of his Grindr account said something like, country boy, loves the wild, loves animals, vegan. And then like, picture of a tree.
That's why I don't like online dating. It's very vague. It's very sketchy. Honestly, I'm glad I don't have to date in today's age. If you do have to date in today's age, leave down below how you meet people. Because I just go to work, the gym, and home. So I just want to know how you guys are meeting people.
Bohemian boyfriends live an unconventional life on their converted bus in Texas.
We bought it a couple months back, and this is where we live, our friend's backyard.
But there's one thing about this relationship that you might not be expecting. They are pregnant.
I am a man, and I am actually pregnant.
I remember seeing this in the news. Do you guys remember seeing this in the news?
This pregnancy
It was like,
definitely
a man
not
is
planned,
pregnant.
absolutely not.
But it's because he
Carrying a baby
identifies as a
isn't
man.
something many men expect
That
to
he could
experience.
physically
And although
still
Wiley didn't plan for this particular
carry a
bump in the
baby.
road, there's a biological reason he's now eating for two.
I identify as a transgender male.
Wiley was
Honestly, good
transitioning
for him
from
for
female to
producing all that
male when he
hair.
became
Look at that beard.
pregnant.
That's a very
I have
full
always
beard.
felt uncomfortable in my, female-born body. I always felt different, like I'm stuck in something that I don't see as
Okay, I just want to
myself.
check something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think we are all good. My microphone's not picking up anywhere else, so we should be good. Okay, let's fully watch this now.
I was maybe about 11 or 12 in this photo, and I don't really know who I was at that time.
Oh, she's so cute though.
Once I hit puberty, that was a big turning point for me. I was just like, I want my chest gone, I want to have facial hair, but I didn't really know anything about that.
I've been friends with a transgender woman. I still am friends with her. And I've had open conversations with her about it, and it is crazy how out of their own body they feel. Like she said that looking at herself as a man would repulse her. She didn't even want to look at herself. And that's so crazy to me how they just know. And that is insane.
How to explain that. I didn't know what to do. And I was just like, okay, well, I just dressed in guys' clothes, and be more masculine. But even to that extent, it still wasn't good enough. I started testosterone in 2012.
Good
I
for
got
him.
top surgery in 2013. And ever since then, people saw me, saw how happy I was and how I could be myself. This one is in 2013, right when I had top surgery. I could finally be my true self.
That just seems so painful.
Who I wanted to be and who I wanted to become as a man.
Although Wiley's had a procedure to remove his breasts, he's yet to have what's called bottom surgery, an operation to create a penis. Wiley's female genitals had been a turn-off for previous partners.
Stefan knew right off the bat that I was a transgender male.
Before Wiley could get his manly bits, there was
His
concern
manly
that
bits.
his lady bits might still be up to their old tricks.
I love these
There was a
British
question.
narrator
Can you get
announcers.
We had talked about testosterone and what he had been told by his doctors and what we had believed to be truth. Turns out
He could get
that
pregnant.
wasn't truth.
Because Wiley was taking testosterone to give him male attributes like facial hair, both believed there was no way he could get pregnant.
I started having morning sickness. I found out I was pregnant at 11 weeks after I took the test and I saw that it popped.
That would be so crazy to be identifying as a man, but be pregnant. That's just so weird.
Positive.
As like an individual.
I was nervous, I was very emotional, I started crying, I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to think, I didn't know what to say.
As a gay person, I don't think I ever really planned for biological children.
The couple were torn.
I have a chance to choose. Do I want to give it up for adoption? What am I going to do?
Oh, they didn't want any natural kids.
Across the US in New York,
Interesting.
Alyssa's making
Very
a decision that
interesting.
few small-town girls would ever
All right,
dream of.
we got Alyssa. Who we
An
got?
independent and adventurous woman, she's traveling
Ooh,
from
sugar
Wisconsin
baby.
for a romantic weekend with a
She's from
complete
Wisconsin.
stranger.
Hold on. She is from Wisconsin and she is traveling to New York for the weekend. Good for you, girl. Good for freaking you. Get your coin.
And this first date has a twist. Her mystery man is paying for everything,
As he should.
starting with her hotel.
I'm feeling a little nervous. I hope he looks like what he does in his pictures.
It literally says sugar baby. I love that.
Not feeling nervous. I don't get nervous. Hey!
Liar.
Oh my God! It's good to finally see you.
At least he's cute.
You look awesome. You look
Thank
great.
you. You did
Beautiful.
Oh, they match.
Thank you. Thank you.
The couple
They
were matched on a
match.
website that pairs rich businessmen with travel companions like Alyssa.
I wonder if production
But
told them
Oliver's
to do
not
that.
Desperate. He's busy and simply managing his love life like a business operation.
I do this primarily, I'd say, because of convenience. You can filter out the riffraff, qualities that you're not really looking for. As far as paying for the...
So he basically goes shopping. He says filter by this, and then he goes shopping. Because it's easier for him, because it's more like a business deal. These mindsets drive me wild. I love this
I have
shit.
no problem with it at all. In fact, I insist it's that way.
So then he never really cares about getting
Don't
married.
sleep with pigs.
Oh.
Never have. I'd rather just go home alone. Maybe
What
if I'm,
a douche.
Really, really messed up or something.
Okay, no pigs. Got it.
This website, you could definitely meet someone
What an
in a
ass.
romantic way. You could fall in love with somebody easily.
How do you just go on here and you say don't date pigs? Oh my God, like, no.
Has met plenty of guys willing to foot the bill for her flights, hotel, and flashy dinners.
I've been to a lot of places. I've been to Cancun, London, Ibiza, Las Vegas twice, Miami, Arizona, and I'm going to Dubai soon. Every date, every guy I've seen, they do pay
Good
for
for you,
everything.
girl.
I've never spent a dime traveling.
So, is Oliver hoping that bankrolling her New York getaway will mean he'll get lucky?
Well, that's a personal question. No, are you going to show this to Alyssa? What do I hope to get out of this? No, I'm joking.
He's
I'm
not
hoping
joking.
To get out of this a new adventure.
He's
in
definitely
a old town. One of my favorite.
He's editing his answer right now. So we're going to listen to this and we're going to know that he means absolutely none of this because he does know that they're going to show it to Alyssa.
Personal question. No, are you going to show
Yes.
this to Alyssa? What do I hope to get out of this? No, I'm joking. I'm hoping to get out of this a new adventure in a old town, one of my favorite places, New York City, with a quality girl by my side. What can I say? That's it, though. That's it. No other ulterior.
He's full of shit. He just said that so that she would be more inclined to give him the ulterior motives that he has.
Of course it's okay to sleep with a girl on the first date.
Did he say it's okay?
Of course it's okay to
Of
sleep
course
with a
it's
girl
okay.
on the first date. I think hopefully tonight, we'll see.
Time for a quick update.
But he has no ulterior motives. Remember when he said that legitimately 2 seconds ago?
Has Oliver done enough to impress Alyssa?
He's very outgoing, he speaks his mind, and he's confident, and I think confidence is secondary.
Look at all those police guys right there back there shooting their shot on the
I think
TV.
they're more handsome, they're more mature.
That was great.
I like a gentleman and not some guy who wants to Netflix and chill.
That's exactly what he
I
wants.
see myself like dating Oliver.
That's exactly what he wants. He's just paying for it.
Cute.
The night only gets better for Oliver when Alyssa reveals a secret. She's got a sexy side hustle.
What kind of modeling?
I do basically anything. I don't shoot nudes, but I do like lingerie,
Oh, he's
sport,
picturing her in the lingerie right now.
swimsuits.
I always
things.
wonder what these people think, like walking down the side streets of New York or whatever, and it's just a big camera following 2 people. Like, do you automatically think that they are famous or do you think they're stupid? Like, what do you think?
Thing you can think of.
Very nice, very nice.
At 44, Oliver is twice Alyssa's age. Check. But will his luck hold? And get him an invite to her room for a nightcap. And maybe something more.
I have never slept with any of my dates. I have like kissed the guys. I'll like hug them. I'll kiss them. I'll be friendly. But I mean, I make it clear I'm not going to sleep with you.
Sadly for Oliver, he's one little piggy going
Okay,
home
so they are
alone.
definitely on different pages because she says she has never slept with a customer. He is a customer. Technically, he's a client. So she ain't gonna sleep with you, bro.
So, will Alyssa's no sex rule her out of a second vacation date with Oliver?
I'm glad we found each other on that website. I'm glad we arranged this trip, and I hope to see her again.
But Alyssa is a busy girl.
I am off to Miami, where it's going to be warm, and that's.
And she's gonna hang out with a different guy.
So I'm excited for that.
This girl literally just has like a Rolodex in her brain. And it's like she goes there for business. She gets what she wants. Good for her. I'm very impressed. Slightly jealous.
Sounds like she's got plenty of choices.
Yeah, he's not getting laid.
And according to love coaches Kenya and Carl,
Lived in
choice
North
can be
Carolina
very,
for like
very good.
6 months.
7:47. It's an hour till we start.
Their whirlwind romance began in college over 20 years ago.
It was love at first sight in that I felt like he was responsible and grown up and just really handsome and really smart.
She wants a man.
I was very physically attracted to her. Wanted to have sex with her right away.
They couldn't keep.
At least he's speaking his mind. At least he's being honest. I wanted to have sex with her right away. No hesitation, please.
Their hands off each other. But 10 years into their relationship, Kenya got the shocking news that every wife dreads.
Carl came home and told me that he was falling in love with a woman at his job. You know, I was
It's my
like,
biggest
what
fear.
are you talking
Thankfully,
It wasn't something I felt.
thankfully, Ryan is an aerospace engineer, so he works with a lot of dudes most of the time.
weird about or anxious about. I had no intentions on being with the woman, you know, behind Kenya's back, that kind of thing. So I just brought it to her.
It's crazy.
When he told me this, he was thinking polygamy. He was thinking he would have 2 wives. And
but I feel like this is polygamy as a cop-out because he wants to cheat with her, but now he's just going to do it in front of his face, in front of her face. So this feels more like a cop-out than like a choice of polygamy, you know? There's definitely a difference, and he's wanting his cake and he wants to eat it too.
He wasn't going for it. You know, I told him, if we're gonna do this, I'm gonna do it too. So that took some time to work out.
Good for you, girl. Put your foot down.
You know, like,
you get a girl, I get a man.
Dating other women or being in polygyny, but women dating other men when they're already married was completely foreign to me.
Okay, but you want to date another woman while you're married.
The more I thought about it, I said, you know what, maybe it does make sense, you know,
Don't
for
feed
equality.
me. I'm not a child.
12 years later,
I am not huge on PDA. Do not feed me. I am not a child. That would make me cringe. I would slap my boyfriend's hand right away.
Still happily married, with a unique twist. Both are dating other people. They're also very open with their kids.
We're not really a normal family. Throughout my relationships, giving me advice when I want it, when I don't, I mean, they don't really care.
To help others avoid the potential...
I had a very open family too, where we talked about all of that stuff, so it doesn't seem as weird, but just having the non-traditional 2 moms, 1 dad, I feel like that would just be a lot of adjusting.
Feelings of a polyamorous relationship, the couple have created their very own Love Academy.
What we do is we educate people
Juju mama.
in what we call the new paradigm of love, which means that it's no longer ownership-based.
Yeah, polyamorous relationships are becoming a lot more common. At one time, a study showed it's the fastest growing relationship style in the U.S.
We deal with every kind of problem, from people cheating on their spouse, and now they want to tell their spouse the truth. We have people who want to open their relationship and they're afraid.
Today, they're meeting new clients.
I feel like this is a very niche type of therapy, but it could be very good.
Jason and Luna.
Very interesting concept.
An open relationship, but are finding that the polyamorous path is not.
Okay, so my camera overheated. So I have been gone like an hour, ate outside, had a wrap, ate a little more greens, and now I'm back. So let's continue.
I know what that looks like, and we've been out like.
Let's go back. Finding that the polyamorous path is not an easy one to tread.
We came together saying like we want to explore openness, we want to know what that looks like, and we've been at like play parties together and seen each other intimate with other people, but there's never been feelings.
Seen each other intimate with other people.
There were definitely fireworks when Luna first met Ken.
Are those sex clubs real? I just want to know.
Yeah.
Are they?
It was my idea to come here today. I met Kenya at a all-women love fest, and we ended up being in a self-pleasuring circle, and I was sitting right next to her, having a massive, powerful, like, transformational
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That just answered my question. So there really are places where you can just go be in a cuddle puddle, for lack of a better term.
Orgasm. I just knew I had a lot to learn from her.
Now it's Luna that wants a bigger pleasuring circle, but has she crossed the line?
Luna has found a lover who she has feelings for and is in love with.
I love that it's the girl kind of like, quote unquote, stepping out.
Yeah, there's definitely fears of him thinking that I'm gross or like not a good partner because I'm desiring another man.
Sure.
And to be sexual and have sex with another man.
Mason might be open to his girlfriend sleeping with someone else, but what happens when she reveals she's fallen in love with his best friend?
This is always so messy. This is always so messy. Why it gotta be the best friend? Why does it have to be the best friend? This show, I know things are edited. I know that. But dang, I wonder how much, because truly he is pregnant. Like, we see it. We knew about it. It was in the news.
in the hospital.
In San Antonio,
I don't know if she's for real, though.
When I came home from work that day, I think a lot was just kind of rolling through our heads.
We kind of just, at first, just sat in silence for about an hour and a half.
I think then we just kind of started processing it.
What I was gonna do, what my choices were. We knew we had each other, you know, we'd figure out and get through this together.
I love their love. It's so cute.
You know what, I really want to be a dad. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep the baby and, you know, raise it, and Stefan was super, super supportive.
Uh-oh, here's my baby.
He was good.
Here's my baby.
Decision made. These dads
Oh,
are
they're
now
gonna
trying to
keep
master
the
basics,
baby.
starting with packing that all-important birthing bag.
Do we need wipes?
Do we know how far
You're
along he
asking
is?
the wrong person. This is the first time.
Feels weird saying.
Do we need any washcloths? Do we need any, I don't know, butt cream?
Butt cream, yes.
Butt cream, yes. He says yes to the butt cream. Petroleum jelly.
No, you put that back.
What is this for? Do we need any bottles?
Do you want your kid to eat?
So yes. Thanks.
They're gonna give you little, like, newborn bottles, right? Or do you have to bring
Today's their
those?
last prenatal
I don't know, I've never had a
ultrasound
kid.
before the birth.
Nervous,
But I thought they would give you
Happy
that.
that, you know, our last ones have been pretty
Because don't they
clear
need,
and
like, a
good.
specifically smaller
We're
one?
hoping for just healthy, normal growing baby.
In a good position,
Mm-hmm.
has the best of our features, right? So that's, you know, up there on the...
Stefan and Wiley are having a boy, a relief for the pair as they'd worried that Wiley's testosterone treatments might have posed a risk to a girl.
If it was a little girl, there might be something as far as being pre-exposed to testosterone, because I was.
Ooh, that's a good
11 months pregnant
point.
when I found out, and I was still on testosterone at that time.
Wiley suspended his hormone
That's a good point. I didn't
transition
think about
treatments
that.
to avoid harming the baby, but it's taking a toll on him.
It was a constant battle in my head. Like, I had to just continuously to tell myself, like, hey, it's not going to define me any less of a man. You know, it's not going to make me a woman. You know, I get to choose who I want to be. You know, I am who I am.
I love that. Yes, be, like, all empowering. That's got to be so hard, to go off of hormones for, like, 9 months.
Just like that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at the little baby.
Look at that cute little profile. The HD.
Oh, they're gonna, like, see the face.
Gosh. Look at this precious little thing.
I, like, now get teary-eyed when it comes to babies and
As the scan
birth
continues,
and stuff.
the
I think
couple
I'm, like,
realizing
hitting my
just
maternity
how unprepared
phase.
for the birth they are.
How's prepping coming along for birth?
Those would be
Are you guys
interesting.
thinking about doing prenatal classes or anything
We put the crib up.
like that?
Oh, I don't even think they put the crib up. Yeah, no, this hasn't even crossed their mind.
Not just yet.
Not yet. Well, definitely, I would recommend it.
He's making it all feel like it's about to happen.
Well, it is about to happen. Look at him.
A little bit of anxiety, yes.
Yeah.
You have to put the car seat
I'm
in.
scared of the pain.
I don't know
I'm not gonna lie about
everything,
that.
Even
but
though he's worried about the pain, it's staying at a hospital that's got
I feel like I know
Wiley really
enough.
scared.
I'm probably the only transgender male that's pregnant, probably in Texas. How would I be treated as a transgender individual in the hospital?
that's a good point. But
Okay,
you are
this is not-
definitely one of the only transgender males probably giving birth in the entire country.
Not something you're gonna see every day is a man going through birth, but at the same time we're still human, and you know, to call us by our correct pronouns and to respect us.
I wonder if that's going to be
With
hard for the
delivery
doctor. Like,
being
just
such
a
risky
genuine question of, because they're so used to women obviously birthing the baby, I wonder if there's going to be a hard thought behind that, so you don't mix up the pronouns. That's interesting.
And Mason
I could not do a home delivery.
have a
More power to you if you could. I could not. I would freak out. I want drugs.
different dilemma.
Have a seat anywhere.
The person who she's exploring intimacy and at the moment is a dear friend of mine.
That's so
Falling in
weird.
love with your boyfriend's best friend is certainly a good reason to seek help. And thankfully, Luna and Mason have come to the poly experts.
When I started dating Taylor,
That's
all of a
weird.
sudden, like, Mason started showing up for me more. Like, no, like, I'm gonna do this, and I really.
Okay, so she likes attention, which I understand. you don't know what you got till it's gone, but I don't think you have to cheat on your significant other to make him realize that, maybe. I don't know, maybe just go to counseling a little bit earlier. Maybe therapy should have been done before the cheating or before the hooking up with the best friend. I feel like that is where we maybe did an oopsies.
I felt that shift.
For me, I was always like, let's jump into this because we aren't going to know. The anticipation is way worse than the realization, I think, right? I think, right? I hope. So let's go there. Yeah. And so that was my philosophy. Her philosophy was like, let's go slow, let's do real careful. And I appreciate that so much. But what happened was the flip side happened. She jumped into it. She fell in love. And I'm still like being really careful because I don't want to push her away and all this stuff. So
Again, it's just a matter of practicing to go through.
Okay, so he wants
with a little bit more mindfulness of
to step out
to
too.
a different energy, because that's what she's getting basically from Taylor. Really, she could probably be getting some of that stuff from you, but you have to be willing to go outside your comfort zone.
Interesting.
With the advice to be more mindful of each other, Luna and Mason wrap up their session.
If the advice is just to be more mindful of each other, then
All right.
I just feel like we could have got that somewhere else.
See you guys next time.
It seems polyamory is never easy or straightforward, even for the experts.
Discussing polyamory was extremely difficult at first. There were a lot of arguments, a lot of emotions. It was really challenging.
That was weird. Did you see he like kissed her upper in between her nose and her upper lip? He was like right in here rubbing his mouth. That was weird.
Friends are interesting. I get along with his partners who are married. I get along with his partners who have so much common sense that they don't try to push me out of my place. But for the others, it is more challenging.
Kenya prefers Carl's lovers to be married. So how will she react when Carl falls for another woman who's definitely
she
single?
claiming her.
I'm no longer married.
Oh, she
Coming
getting
up, Wiley
hers.
faces labor. In Texas, pregnant trans dad Wiley is almost at his due date.
On a scale of 1 to 10 of excitement, is probably about 10.
10 excitement.
Yeah.
But he's worried a hospital won't know how to deal with him. So he's going with a midwife and a home birth.
Oh, yeah. I
Our
guess if he is concerned about how he's going to be treated in the hospital, going for a home birth would be a little bit more comforting, I guess.
Rachel, you know, she's never done a trans birth. She has worked with queer couples before.
Okay, maybe I'm just dumb, but how is a trans, I mean, I understand how it's different, but if the anatomy is still the same and the process is still somewhat the same, why are they acting like it's so different? Which is why I'm concerned. They say they never dealt with a trans male. How is that different if we have the correct parts to do the job? And again, I am dumb. I don't mean any respect. I am genuinely asking. I'm very curious about that.
Plan on having a water birth as well. You know, hopefully it plays out. This is all new to us as well, but it's also new to her.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, so this is the midwife.
Good. You sleeping any better?
Not too much.
Does she live next door?
Not too much. I get a couple of hours, still the same.
Should we blow up the birth tub? And
Does she live on the other side of the house?
Yes, for sure.
I think she lives on the other side of the house. Well, that's convenient. Is she really a midwife then? Well, that's convenient.
Get in and see how it's gonna feel.
Or was she just there?
We've got these handles, you know, a cup holder, and it's actually strong enough. I guess it could use a little bit more air, but you can actually like be sitting on the edge too.
That's pretty cool. It's really nice. It's roomy.
It's roomy.
I don't understand why they don't have water births in hospitals. Like, why can't you try and do this but supervised, just in case anything goes wrong? Because I would opt for a water birth, I think. Oh, I don't know. I've never been pregnant.
Like submerged. If the baby's born in there, that's fine. We'll usually get you out to deliver the placenta, though,
Right.
because then we can estimate blood loss in the water. It's possible, but it's harder to know.
The thought of giving birth to a human child and then giving birth to your placenta makes me so upset when I learned that, because it's like 2 births, and oh, I just hope that my body or my brain blocks this all out for me, because I am not good with pain.
How much blood you're losing, and we want to know exactly how much. As long as the baby doesn't take a breath under the water, there's really no harm, because they're in the water in your belly.
As the anxiety
That's scary
builds,
though. Like, you have to get it out
Wiley's
so
feeling tense.
fast.
The things that maybe I still might need to work on as far as like nervousness, probably just has to do the fact just being more comfortable in my body.
Having had body issues in the past, I think it's going to be a really just transformative experience, but you're going to have to.
Yeah, because they always talk about how you like lose your body during the pregnancy, not even in a fitness way or anything like that, but just like you transform so much. That's like tenfold for him. That's so crazy. So this is like a whole transformative journey that he's going on. Oh, so much sympathy.
Surrender to the trust and just trust your body. For me, the challenge is working with Wiley in accepting and opening up to the functions and the anatomy that he has.
Worried about going through labor as a man, Wiley makes an emergency call to friend Tristan, a trans man who gave birth 4 years ago.
There we go. Hey.
Hey. Oh, okay. So there has been one before.
God, so good to see you guys.
It's so good to see you.
Now, the anxiety of is just, am I going to deliver on time? Is, I want to have a home birth, I want to have a water birth. Is it going to be too nerve-wracking for me to even want to go to the hospital? So that's not something I want to do.
Yeah, it tapped into that, like, deep well of like, shame and self-doubt and internalized transphobia, like, completely fell apart.
While Wiley and
Was that
Stefan get
encouraging?
some last-minute
I don't know.
advice before their due date,
Was that good? Was that
Carl's
bad?
out on his date with a woman who isn't his wife.
Kenya and I have been in an open marriage for over 10 years.
Carl's hooked up with single gal Ebony, despite Kenya preferring her husband to only sleep with married lovers.
Okay, so you are given this leeway where she's allowing the door to be open, but she has certain rules. You're going to go take advantage of those rules. That's not fair. That's not fair.
For married men. Interestingly, it's easier for me to conceptualize sharing a man. It's actually my preference. I like Carl for a lot of reasons. He's very affectionate and very sexual, and I love that.
Okay. In terms of how much I talk to Kenya about my girlfriends or the women I'm seeing, I generally don't talk to her about that a lot.
I hate watching
I just
PDA.
prefer to
Oh my
have
gosh.
my relationships to be separate, meaning a certain level of intimacy between, me and my other partners.
But any worries Kenya might have about Carl's sex with singles seem to be the last thing on her mind, because she's busy enjoying a steamy afternoon
Wow.
delight with a cur.
On day 1, God said, "Let there be bubbles."
Oh, she's enjoying herself.
But he didn't say bubbles and titties. I don't put a limit on the number of partnerships that I can have. I mean, for me, I'm a human being. There are 7.7 billion people on the planet.
When we first started
Okay,
the
well
process.
then she can't put rules on this if she's down to sleep with whoever. You got to be same on the rules, I think. That way it's even and you guys don't have this argument, because now she go messing around with all these single people and he's got to mess around with, he is messing around with a single person, but you know what I mean.
started having all these, thoughts and images of her having sex. We started
Well, yeah,
to
she's
shed the
doing
rules
it.
over time.
After a
With a
night
big-ass
of
rock
passion
on her
with their
finger.
lovers, the next day in the office, it's back to business for our poly coaches.
And then right back to
Clients
business.
Mason, Luna,
Right back to
and her
work. Oh, hey, honey, don't smell the fingers.
lover Taylor are weighing heavily on the love guru's minds.
Luna and Mason first came to see us because
Like-
they had no...
He saw some titty last night that wasn't hers, and she got frisky with someone last night that wasn't him, and we're just going to go back to holding hands. Look at his pause screen. Look at her face. Oh, wow, this show.
No idea how to have an open relationship, yet they found themselves in an open relationship.
One way to describe it might be Luna and I are live-in partners, and Taylor and Luna are lovers, and Taylor and I are friends.
My eyes.
Just so emotional.
So interesting.
Complex and complicated.
Yeah.
Just to be straight up about it.
Because what the fuck? So now Bestie, he's all cool with it. So now he's just the Taylor is the bestie's there.
About 2 weeks ago. Was having a hard time because it was Mason and Luna's night. He was in tears.
This new dynamic has changed and affected our relationship.
Our relationship?
Taylor and I's relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yours and mine.
So Taylor's getting upset that
I guess why we're doing
she has a night with her first boyfriend, the guy that she cheated on with him.
Whole coaching thing.
When you have men who want to fight for position, you have a problem.
Because this doesn't feel like a male bravado kind of battle.
No, this
With
is
Luna,
a
Mason and Taylor at a
this is a dick swinging contest.
breaking point. It's time for drastic action.
I think we have an intervention on our hands today. And this is make or break for them. They may not come out of this.
Oh, she's gonna tell him to break up.
In North Carolina, polyamorous love coach Kenya is swiping right with the help of her husband.
She's on Tinder with her husband at work.
I need to change my barometer on here so it only gives me guys within 5-mile radius.
No, that's ridiculous.
Baby.
You need to date guys, even if they're an hour away, it's fine.
It's kind of cute. Oh, he's 32.
This is so crazy. He's
10 years
like
younger than me. Meet most of my guys.
I don't
on
care if you
Tinder.
have to drive an
I met
hour,
this
do what
great
you
guy on
want.
Tinder. He was a male nurse. Oh my God, can you imagine? The way he touches you. The way he knows how to deal with your body.
Oh my God.
He's a male nurse. Not doctor, but nurse, nurturing.
I'm uncomfort.
He was very awesome. Most of the men I date are younger. I mean, why not? My husband is older than me, so I already have an older guy.
Oh, she's loving this.
Somebody who's worth the drive, right? There we go. See?
I would drive to see you.
I cannot imagine
around
just
the way,
being
right?
in this situation and being okay with this. This is so foreign to me. I could never imagine being in this situation and just being like, oh, yeah, get all excited about hooking up with someone new.
My main fear that I had when I first found out I was pregnant was the fact that, it was very feminizing.
The pregnancy world is feminized to the point of exhaustion and discomfort for a lot of women I know.
Yeah.
So if it's weird for them, it's doubly weird for us. Queer people have brought babies into the world for a millennia. We have raised babies that other people gave birth to. We've cobbled together our families in so many different...
Look, and I think that adopting all of IVF, all of that, I think that is great. I think if you are able to do this and you want to do this, I think that is fantastic. I just think that you need to know what you're getting yourself into. And I do understand that the realization of your body going through this can kind of hit you at different points, but it's not forever. It's not forever.
Creative, unique, beautiful, perfect, special ways that you guys are carrying on that sacred tradition, and it's gonna be amazing.
Right.
Practice your breathing.
Oh yeah, that's
How do you feel about
breathing.
Better. I feel better. I like what he had to say.
Stefan might feel better, but Wiley's concerns are still weighing on his mind.
As far as my fears go, it's just not being able to go according to the plan, being in labor too long, and if that's going to create stress on the baby, or going to create stress on myself to where I have to be, taken to the hospital, and then how are they going to treat me? It has been pretty rough. It has taken a mental, emotional toll.
I don't know why, but
Will
the sweat
Wiley
stains
come to
gross me
terms
out.
with his changing body in time for the birth?
Maybe just because I'm so self-conscious with mine. I'm just projecting.
Meanwhile, in North Carolina, Luna, Taylor, and Mason are worried about saving their love triad. In 2 months since their first session with Kenya and Carl.
They had no idea how to have an open relationship, yet they found themselves in an open relationship.
The issues I observed with Mason was that he was having trouble adjusting to the fact that she wanted multiple lovers. I think he was questioning his manhood a little bit.
I wonder if this came out of nowhere.
Today, they're joined by Taylor, Luna's lover, who's also Mason's best friend.
We've seen each other in a while, but I need to tell you that I did have a secret session with Taylor.
Bomb dropped.
I know a little bit more about what's going on, but why don't you guys catch us up? Luna.
From last time I was with y'all, I feel like it was really, really hard to deal with jealousy, specifically with Mason being with other women.
I was going camping yesterday and I was going to ride there with a friend who I've been intimate with before.
So she fell in love or wants to do his best friend, and then she gets upset when he turns around and does the same. See, I'm seeing a lot of hypocrisy here, and it's just like, you can't do that. This whole polyamorous thing, you can't be a hypocrite, because it's just, I don't think that's healthy. You can't do that. You can't say, no, you can't do this, but I'm going to do that.
Maybe sleep in her tent. I don't know where she's at. If she had a boyfriend now or what.
I would definitely disobey you.
It's not even about him having intimacy with another woman.
Nope.
It's about if he falls in love with another person.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Taylor cannot be another Mason. They're just two different individuals in your life.
She'll come home from being with Taylor next day and like I just can't help but to kind of be a little cold.
That's gross, because you know what you were doing with your significant other or the other person. Ew, I agree with him. This is really hard.
Or a little bitter sometimes, you know? I'm like, man, like I support this and still like I'm just feeling these things. I can't not feel them, you know? I'm just all of a sudden feeling like, man, there's all this heavy energy on me now. And I'm like, I don't want that.
I want to know where these men are placed.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's some little underlying tension that's going to keep you guys really from living an authentic poly life. All right, what you got, Taylor?
So historically, like throughout our relationship, like I wanted more time. I'm not getting that connection that I want.
What's been really challenging.
So he was the side dude, and now he wants to be the main dude. Put simply.
With my relationship with Taylor is like energetically, like it's really challenging to have two primary partners.
Right.
Because I want a relationship with myself and my ladies being pulled in both directions.
She wants time for everybody.
Becomes this like, oh, I should be hanging out with you. Oh, we should, because we'd be so good collaborating, doing this thing.
Taylor should know exactly what his role is.
Well,
I see you once a week for 2 hours. Take it or leave it.
What I hear from Luna is, oh, I do want to spend more time with you. Oh, I do want to go to things with you and then go home with you. And I do want to do all these things with you, but then they don't happen.
Right.
That's not
It's confusing.
For Taylor and
This
I,
whole
like,
thing is
oh my
confusing.
gosh, we do all these things, but since we're not getting the right amount of time together, Taylor started putting in like ultimatums. There's still some hurts around that when it comes to trust because of this like control and
Nobody came into this relationship wanting a poly relationship. So it's just not going to work because they came into this wanting a monogamous relationship, and that's what they both crave. They both want the time of a monogamous relationship. They want the effort. They want all of that. This isn't going to work.
ultimatum energy.
Are these hard questions?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel like hard time. And it's okay to cry too.
They've pleasured themselves next to each other.
And like release the bubble. But women have not been trained to do this. This is our work, intuitive work. Which of these men is most emotionally available to you?
So I don't know. I think it depends.
I think we are like on the end of whatever phase just happened. It feels less intense than it has been.
Do you guys have a contract? That's what we're leaving here with today.
Oh, so they want to write
A
up,
contract.
okay.
I don't feel no containers, no contract, no spelling out of what is what. I don't. You guys must have contract.
I wonder if they have a contract, because it doesn't sound like they do.
Because even if you get into contract,
Ooh, look at his nails. Look at his nails. Oh my God, that is disgusting. What is that? I can't tell if that's like a fungus or a choice. I hope that's a choice. I hope that is a choice. Oh my gosh. Is that nail polish? I don't know.
I do agree with the conclusions that we came to with Carl and Kenya. I think it was really helpful and really affirming.
But no one's prepared for what's coming next. Taylor has something to get off his chest.
They're both touching her leg, and that's just weird. Like, how do you touch the woman you love and then feel your best friend's hand?
Go find yourself another partner.
Dude, like,
you, man.
There are some big changes in Texas, too. Pregnant Dad Wiley's finally gone into labor.
Oh, we're here. Okay, so they were a lot closer, and they were not prepared.
I guess it's real. I guess he's coming.
He's come to midwife Rachel's house for his water birth.
Okay, so he's at her house. Oh, it's got like a little thing in the middle.
Labor reaches a grueling 54 hours. Wiley's at his breaking point.
54 hours. Oh my God. I would be at my breaking point at like 24 hours.
Intervention.
When the baby's heartbeat drops to dangerous levels, Wiley is forced to confront one of his biggest fears.
Going to hospital, there's always been that fear of mistreatment of a trans.
You gotta get that baby out.
Myself.
Sacrificing a home birth, Wiley and Stefan decide they need to head to the hospital.
Yeah, you gotta get that baby out.
Clear that Wiley must undergo emergency surgery.
The only option that we have is, C-section.
That is so scary to be at home and then realize that you have to have a C-section. Because how? Oh my God. This could have been so bad. If he's needing a C-section now, this is crazy how bad it could have gone. And this is what terrifies me about home births. I don't understand why we can't be in a hospital with a waterbed or a baby pool.
Bird was wrapped around his throat.
This is terrifying. We're back with the polyamorous people.
I feel like Luna and Mason and Taylor finally told the truth.
I'm just all of a sudden feeling like, man, there's all this heavy energy on me now.
I feel like Taylor...
I
feel like Taylor still didn't really... Or not Taylor, his name. I don't know his name. He didn't really say all he wanted to say because I feel like this dude is kind of pissed that his best friend's now stepping on his territory and wanting more.
I really can sense tension when people are not telling the truth.
I think we are like on the end of whatever phase just happened.
Yeah. Silly pictures. Silly, goofy pictures.
But there's more drama behind this relationship than meets the eye.
Just imagine like posing there and just being like, oh, I've had sex with both of you. Like this is so weird.
I think the key is communication.
The key to anything is communication. And he's getting pissed for some reason.
Can we pause for a second? A lot of what you're saying is coming across as like, oh, Taylor, you have all these needs, but I can't meet all your needs. Go find yourself another partner. I'm like, you, man. Do you know the reason I felt that is because of the things that you've said?
This dude's like, I got your back, girl.
I've said, oh, I do want to be partners with you. Oh, I want to live with you. I want to have kids with both you and Mason. Like,
Mason.
I want to share this space together.
Those are desires and were true at the time. And I need to be careful with my words.
She needs to figure out what she wants. She's saying she needs to be careful with her words, but she needs to figure out what it is that she wants. Because if she can't figure out what she wants, she's not going to be able to tell them what she wants out of them. And they're never going to be good enough because they're always going to fall short because she's always changing the line. She's always changing the expectations. And they'll never be able to meet those because they're forever changing, and that's not fair. That's never, you have to figure out what it is that you want first.
That's been like the challenging theme of this relationship is me feeling like I'm giving and you taking and not having this reciprocal thing.
Right now, it feels really clear to me how much you having another partner would like give us hope to continue relating. Like, I don't think that the way we're currently...
Okay, so I understand why she's saying this, because basically she wants him to find a distraction away from her so she can still give attention to Mason and her little girlies and herself.
Is going to work.
I'm not opposed to that, and I'm actively pursuing that. The way it was being portrayed is
actively
like,
pursuing.
Ooh, like Luna.
Yeah.
In reality, like, that's not actually what's happening. Real poly issues.
But nobody's truly poly.
This trio is committed to working
This is
on
just,
their
they want to be
relationship.
free with sex.
With love coaches Carl and Kenya, who continue to spread love, one polyamorous threesome at a time.
The struggles we see in society, I think we need those struggles in order to appreciate love.
I can barely handle one relationship. I cannot imagine trying to foster 2 relationships at the same time. That is insane. That is so much effort.
What is the future of love? Well, we're creating the new culture. We're creating the future of love.
No, I don't think everybody's going to be on board. I don't think that's the future.
Wiley's plan for a home birth doesn't turn out as he'd hoped. His worst fear realized, Wiley is rushed to the hospital for an emergency C-section.
The moment I was strolled into the operating room and they were like, okay, we're pulling him out, you're gonna feel a little bit of pressure.
The wait drags on forever for his boyfriend, Stefan.
I bet
It was very difficult
just
to see Wiley
let down
in some
of the C-section of the baby coming out and stuff. It's almost just like, thank God the labor is over. I think they take the placenta out too, so it's all over completely. That's got to be such a relief after like 50 something hours of being in labor. Your body is exhausted. He is going to be completely famished. Oh my gosh, I cannot even imagine. It's like your body being in war for like 52 hours. Can you just imagine an ongoing cramp? Oh my. No, thank you, please.
to be so tired.
So, did his hospital stay confirm his fears?
No, they're going to treat him the
Thankfully,
same.
With our OB, she had actually informed all her nurses and all her surgical team, hey, this is a transgender individual, we need to be protective of who he is, use correct pronouns. There was a few slip-ups where they said mom or her or something, but they...
See, that's what I was talking about, is how hard it is going to be for the nurses to kind of get those correct pronouns. So I hope as soon as I hit play, he's going to say how understanding he is of that, because that is so abnormal to them. They do this. This is their job. They probably do this 5 to 7 times a day, I would say. No, that's a lot. Probably, I don't know. I'm not in the medical field. Clearly, here I am. But yeah, that's got to be hard to kind of get those pronouns correct off the bat every single time. But I am so happy that the OBGYN went ahead and got in front of that, because that avoided a lot of embarrassment on both sides. That was smart.
Instantly correcting themselves.
Good.
We just kept rolling through it, and Wiley was a champ.
After a staggering 6...
That's awesome. So he definitely understood how it was going to be a slip up, and as long as they accepted and moved on, and that's good.
60-hour labor, baby Rowan is finally
Rowan.
here.
Baby!
And a couple of weeks later, these proud dads now have a baby on board their bus.
Look at that little tongue. Look at that little tongue.
He's a baby. He's a baby boy. He's a baby. Our baby boy.
Oh.
He's actually here. He's real. He's our responsibility now. He's been a joy.
This is beautiful.
It's been crazy, but it's been a joy.
It's been so good.
Oh.
This taught me so much. It's taught me to be thankful for what women go through, and has helped me grow so much, and even be able to enjoy this opportunity that most men don't have the chance to experience.
And Wiley and Stefan plan to bring Rowan up in a way as unique as these two dads.
We want to raise him kind of in a gender-neutral environment as well, for him to be exposed to both sides.
Oh, bye-bye.
Oh, those
If
belly
Rowan
buttons
ended
are
up being
so
transgender,
weird.
It'd be amazing that he could come out and be himself, and I'd be able to help out a lot.
Whenever Rowan is curious about his birth and how we became his dads, we'll just tell him honestly and straightforward.
Well, yeah,
Raising
made
a
news.
baby
You
on
Google
a
the
bus
dad's
is
name and it's going to pop up.
unconventional, to say the
So
least.
yeah, you're going to have to
So
get ahead of
do
that.
Wiley and Stefan worry they'll outgrow their first home?
living in the bus with a baby.
There's no option. You are going to outgrow this bus. You do have to get like a room or something.
It feels very intimate. I'm really glad that we don't have a house or apartment with a nursery.
Change your little diaper. You gonna change you a little sleepy?
Just because then I feel like he would be too far away from us.
Oh yeah, I guess they're so used to him
feel like it's more crowded.
being like right there. Oh, I would need space. I'm sorry. I'm sure I love my kid, but I would need space. It's like, I've had enough of you for the day. Now go to your room and I'll go to my room and we'll ignore each other.
Maybe because he's so small.
I feel like his items crowd us more than...
Yeah. I mean, he has a lot of baby stuff.
And
That
this
is true. I always hear that babies have just like so much stuff for such a small human being. But as they become toddlers, I feel like it grows too, because you got to get all the baby proofing. You got to get all the like walking stuff. I don't know. I feel like it never diminishes.
couple are sure that Rowan will bring them closer together than ever.
They seem really solid though.
It feels good.
Okay, well, was that good? Was that worth watching? I don't know. I thought that the show was definitely worth watching. I hope that we all got a chuckle. I hope that you watched with me. Let me know what you think, because shows like this intrigue me. I could binge watch this. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a like, leave a comment down below, because I do enjoy filming this type of content. So I would love to keep going with it if you guys enjoy it as well. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.